Hello, welcome back. We are in our read-through of the 1800s King James Pictorial Bible. We are in the book of Judges, chapter 15. We are in the life of Samson. So if you have one, please grab a Bible so you can read along with me. If not, that's okay. As I have been doing for all of Judges, content warning, the things that are recorded in this book are not things that God necessarily condones. Bad things happen throughout this book, and that doesn't mean go and do likewise. All right, let's dive into God's Word together. Chapter 15. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go into my wife into the chamber. But her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her, because you said so. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. And Samson said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. And when he had set the brands to fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines, and burnt up both the shocks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives. Then the Philistines said, Who hath done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire. And Samson said unto them, Though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter, and he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, Why are ye come up against us? And they answered, To bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he hath done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam, and said to Samson, Knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, As they did unto me, so have I done unto them. And they said unto him, We are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, Swear unto me that ye will not fall upon me yourselves. And they spake unto him, saying, No, but we will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords, and brought him up from the rock. And when he came unto Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his bands loosened from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said, With the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jaw of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called that place Ramath Lehi. And he was sore athirst, and called on the Lord, and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now shall I die of thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised? But God clave a hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereout. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived. Wherefore he called the name thereof Enhakkore, which is in Lehi unto this day. And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years. Another crazy Samson story. I just want to say right up top, I feel so bad for this Philistine woman who, I guarantee you, had no choice in any of this. Like, she probably was just an attractive young girl that Samson saw, took a liking to, and then her life was ruined from that point forward. And then she ultimately gets murdered. She and her father. They're burned alive. And she didn't do anything. She just existed. Like, she didn't even get a choice in, like, being given to somebody besides Samson. Her dad made that choice. So I feel really bad for her. But also, the dad is totally justified at the start of this chapter saying to Samson, I thought you hated her. Yeah, that's because Samson said he hated her. He called her a heifer. So, anyway. So that's a bummer, how that unfolds. And then it creates more animosity between him and the Philistines because, honestly, does he really care about this woman? No, but it's the principle to him. He's like, well, she's mine. How dare you give her away? How dare you take away this thing that's rightfully mine, which technically she should have been rightfully his. They were married. And so he feels like that justifies him destroying a bunch of their property, a bunch of their food sources. And so he does this crazy thing with the foxes, and they get mad, and so he runs away. And then we see again that he's delivered to them. The Israelites come and deliver him to them, and God's Spirit comes on him mightily and gives him super strength again. So the cords don't work anymore. He rips out of them real easy, and then he takes the jawbone of a donkey and kills 1,000 men with it, which is insane, to just only have a jawbone as your weapon and kill that many people. So clearly we are talking superhuman stuff. This is superhero stuff happening in this passage. He really is the model for Hercules and lots of things that came after. And even in the midst of this, we don't see him really being particularly honorable or doing anything, like seeking the Lord ahead of time. Like, Lord, am I supposed to be attacking the Philistines? Lord, am I supposed to set their crops on fire? None of that. He just does things. And it just so happens that God is using him as a tool to kind of persecute the Philistines because they've been persecuting his people. And then I think it's so funny at the end of this, he finishes killing all those people, and then he's like, oh, I'm so thirsty, I'm dying of thirst. God, do you hate me? Like, why would you give me this victory and then let me die of thirst? So dramatic. He reminds me of somebody we've already read about, Esau. Esau's like, oh, I'm dying, I can't, I need food or I'm gonna die. What does a birthright mean to me? It's these burly, brawny men think that, think they're gonna die, and they're really not. It's really not that dramatic. But yeah, it's Samson is a bizarre life story, and he judges Israel for 20 years. So we're gonna learn more about his time. He gets more ink spilled than some of these other judges that we hear judge for periods of time. So Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow to read chapter 16 and find out more about Samson's life. But in the meantime, I pray that the Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you and give you peace. God bless.